Good day, I'm Stefan Terblanche, a partner consultant for Pragma. I've got experience in the mining, manufacturing and the academic industries. For the last 10 years I've been involved in Pragma in a consulting capacity. When one purchases or uses an asset, there is normally a primary objective. This objective is normally related to performance, but performance comes at a cost. It costs money to use and maintain the specific asset, and on the other end of the scale, using or owning an asset also introduces risks into a business. Maybe as a practical example, let's just take something we all know, a geyser at home. The objective of the geyser is to provide you with hot water. So that's all about performance, is having that hot water when you would like to shower or bath. You can run the geyser the whole time, but that comes at a cost, a huge electricity bill. So one can decide to say, well, I'm only going to power this geyser every now and then. However, that introduces a risk of not having warm water when you actually would like to bath or shower. So asset management is all about balancing these conflicting drivers of cost, performance and risk. It's not an easy thing. If it was easy, then the profession of asset management probably wouldn't have existed. Firstly, ISO 31000 defines risk as the effect of uncertainty on objectives. From an asset management perspective, you should have clear objectives or expectations for owning or using an asset. Understanding what can influence these objectives are central to introducing certain asset management practices. These practices include developing asset care plans, or sometimes called maintenance plans, carrying maintenance spares, implementing certain systems and procedures, implementing measurement and control systems, taking out risk insurance, investing in technical skills and development. All of these practices, these asset management practices, contribute towards risk management. ISO 55000 defines the requirement for an asset management system in support of delivering the objectives of owning or using an asset. So once again, the focus on the objectives of owning or using an asset. So firstly, taking out insurance is one form of mitigating asset-related risks. For the insurance company, it's very important to establish the current amount of risks in an organization. It's quite interesting to note that the assessment they perform are very similar to an asset management practices assessment. Hence, if an organization has implemented an ISO 55000 management system, a system that can reduce asset-related risk, the insurance company would be much more willing to provide insurance cover for organization. From an organization point of view, this should result in reduced premiums. Well, that's at least a theory at this point in time. In practice, we're still trying to see actual reduction in premiums, but we hope to see that in the not so distant future. Further benefit to organization having implemented an ISO 55000 system is that they can actually prove that they've conformed to certain practices that the insurance company requires. So in example, in the case of a fire, The ISO 55000 asset management system should provide the insurance company with evidence that certain checks and practices has actually been done to ensure that the fire system is properly working. Asset management is not simple, and to support this function properly, one needs a dedicated set of resources. We probably need to look at 3 different sets of resources. In the first place, a dedicated team that can drive asset management within the organization. And this team should consist of somebody at a strategic level, let's say for example an asset manager, appropriate implementers that can drive implementation at a tactical level organization, and then also a very important ingredient is people on the execution level like maintenance planners that plays a key role in many asset management activities. A second component of resourcing for asset management is support departments. Support departments in the form of IT, HR and supply chain are integral to the overall success of asset management. The third component of a successful asset management organization is external consultants and role players, people with specialist knowledge and skills that can keep you updated with the latest trends and technology, what's happening out in the world. There's a saying that your biggest enemy is often yourself, and therefore once again very important to have external influence, a partner that can assist you in the road to asset management excellence.